The biggest lie that I hear people say to themselves is, my life is boring and uninteresting. Therefore, I have no good stories to tell. The truth is that you don't lack stories, you lack courage to tell those stories. I want this video to be a message to all of you who think that you are not good enough, that you live a life that is plain and ordinary, and that you have nothing to give to this world. What I'm about to share with you will show you that you couldn't be further from the truth. And yes, I'll be doing this while just doing my daily painting, and I'm sorry for my regular viewers, this is not gonna be a talk about my painting. So, I've been starting to read a book called Storyworthy by Matthew Dix. And saying that he's a fantastic storyteller would be an understatement. His life has been filled with many big events that many of us cannot relate to because that never happened to us. But that's not what makes him a great storyteller. What makes him a great storyteller is the ability to see the story worthy moments of the ordinary life. And the way that you are able to do this is by practicing what he calls homework for life, which is writing the most story worthy moment of your day every day. In that way, you will be able to refine what he calls your story lens through which you see life, and that way you'll be able to see moments in a much different way, and you're gonna be able to expand and find new meaning in your life. I will link his book and his TED Talk where he talks about homework for life in the comments below. Even though I'm lucky enough to say that my life has been far from ordinary, but in some parts, however, I am still drawn to the fact that I want my life to be as relatable and as unextraordinary as everybody else's. Not because I don't enjoy or haven't enjoyed all the special moments that I've had through my life, but because those are special moments to me, I cannot relate to other people, or other people cannot relate to me. They can just maybe look up to my achievements or these events, and I don't talk about them in this channel too much or at all in my real life because it alienates me in a way. People put me in some sort of a place in their mind that I don't want to be. A good example of this is my fiance, and I'm sorry that I'm using you as an example, but it is a good example. And that is that I've traveled a lot around the world, and she feels a bit bad about herself because she hadn't had the opportunity to do the same thing. And I always feel bad that she feels bad. And that is why I don't want to talk about stories that are not relatable to a lot of people. A good relatable story would be telling a story about, for example, my first kiss, or my first car, or my first time I was grounded in school. All these things has happened to everybody, or at least 90% of the population of the earth, at least at some point in their lives. Another story would be like, for example, my project that you're watching right now. This is a simple decision that I made to try to paint every day for 100 days from life. I mean, I could have not done like 100 consecutive days, I could have spread it out, but I just wanted to do it every day. But in any case, this story that I'm telling by showing myself up every day in front of your device, whatever that is something that draws you in because you're interested in seeing where I get with this journey. And it's the same thing with everything and anything that you in your daily life. You can talk about your kids, you can talk about your hobbies, your interests, the I don't know, game theory, whatever it is that you really, really love to do. and it's just part of your everyday life, it's an interesting and absolutely fascinating story to anybody else that is not you, because they do not live the same life as you. It's like tuning into a whole new world that it is you. And I find that to be so fascinating. And I really, really despise when somebody says, "My life is ordinary, I have nothing to give." But I believe that every one of us has something to give. And I'm starting to see that by sharing my story with this project, I mean, I'm starting to learn new things, and I'm discovering new things that I love to explore and think about, which one of them is the thing that I'm talking about right now, which is storytelling. I want to get good at telling stories and sharing feelings. And I don't mean just feelings, but I mean like moments in time that just kind of, you get the feels. Those are the things that matter to me. And since I'm going to become a parent, not soon, but soon enough, I want to be able to just have that as a not a weapon, but like a tool for me to connect and really teach my kids about life and everything else. And of course, share things and stories with loved ones and family, and also you, my viewer, um, my friend that I don't know, but uh, it's always here watching and encouraging me. I really appreciate all of you who do comment and interact with my content. I look forward to what's going to happen after this project of the 100 Days of Landscapes. I want to explore more about storytelling, and as well, I will still talk about painting or something creative. Or I'll reveal that later. I don't want to say everything right now, but I'm really excited to see the next chapter of this channel, and I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy that as well. I received a really cool comment, I think it was yesterday or today, that said that they liked my content because I wasn't trying to please anybody. And I think that I have to keep that as my North Star. And if I forget, I want you guys who are still watching this to remind me to not stray from my path. And my path is whatever I'm interested in. I will still share with you guys, but in a nice, interesting, and story worthy way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.